I don't have no issue with Errol Spence. All right. Hottest folk, we just finished walking me and Goose and getting our workout in. I don't have no issue with Errol Spence. I just feel that let's make the. I'm PBC down.
Now, Jermell was calling you out a while back. Your old stablemate here in Texas. I saw you guys go at it many times. What did you think about that?
I mean, Canelo gone, Terrence gone, so, you know, who else we going to get a big payday from? So I think that's the only reason he called me out, because everybody know how to spar and win. His coach Jerry James know how to spar and win. Everybody who's in the gym know how to spar and win, so, hey, man.
Errol Spence Jr. has finally broken his silence, and his words are direct and powerful. He is accusing Jermell Charlo of only wanting to fight him for the money, not to build a real legacy. Spence is also sharing the truth about their old sparring sessions, making it clear who was really in control. The friendship these two once shared is now completely over. This is no longer just a rivalry, it has become a deep personal conflict. Spence is fully prepared to step into the ring and prove who the real champion is.
Well, first off, I want to say there's stuff I know about Errol Spence's future in boxing that I have sworn to secrecy and I just can't mention. It's not that for sure it's going to happen, but these are the things that I've been hearing. And, you know, I just really can't say anything. And it didn't surprise me to see video of him hitting the mitts and working out. If you look at his physique, you can tell he's been working out. My assessment of his mitt work right now, he looks rusty, as he should. He looks rusty. Looks like he's pushed his punches a little bit. He always kind of pushed his jab, though. But it looks like he's taking it light, probably warming up. You're not going to see everything he's doing. His physique, his body looks well conditioned. He looks healthy, right? I'm happy he took some time off after Terrence Crawford. That shit was crazy. I mean, you know, he had the accident, then he came back and fought Danny Swift Garcia, then he was gone for a while. He fought Ugas. I think he had like another accident. Then he had a detached retina when he was going to fight Manny Pacquiao, and then fought Terrence Crawford and that shit. So really, he should have taken some time off, not just to reassess what he's going to do in his career.
Feel the change in Jermell Charlo's attitude. For a long time, his connection with Errol Spence Jr. was based on real respect. They worked together and pushed each other to reach the top. They were like two strong teammates, always helping each other grow. But now Charlo is acting differently. He is louder and more aggressive, and he seems ready to destroy the bond they once had. His focus has shifted away from outside opponents and is now aimed directly at the man who used to stand by his side.
I honestly think Errol Spence is a good fight. I like Errol Spence. I never spoke on this. I'm going to speak on this right now. I don't have no issue with Errol Spence. All right? Hottest folk, we just finished walking me and Goose and getting our workout in. I don't have no issue with Errol Spence. I just feel that let's make the. I'm PBC down. Like, I don't know about it. I ain't never got a phone call from. I got a few emails and DMs and here and there and some contracts from Eddie Hearns. I ain't never got no real contract from Eddie Hearns as at the grown man that I am now. And so, hey coach, can you get me right, bro, coach? Hey, you got a mocktail?
Yeah, did you want to?
You remember that drink I had?
Strawberry mojito?
So, but without the liquor, right?
Yeah.
So, I'm thinking in my head, like, say, catch up. I see you in here. All right, so, like, I don't have no issue with Errol Spence. I just believe that, like, I don't know what's happening with the boxing world. It's like right after my era with the Canelo shit, it's just like I started to watch boxing change and I got my little distance, and I thought that it was important for me to just focus strictly on my family and my kids and my life and my future. And I got M's. I got hella M's because I was knocking them niggas out before they was even boxing. They started boxing all these boxers that's really. I'm in the third generation.
Moving to the third interview, the question is, what is really behind this sudden conflict? If you look at the current state of the 154-pound division, the big money fights are starting to disappear. Canelo Alvarez has moved on to other challenges and Terence Crawford is focused on his own path. That leaves Jermell Charlo in a difficult position. He is still a big name, but there are not many worthy opponents left for him. It looks like he realized that only one fighter can give him the payday he wants, and that is Errol Spence Jr. But the real question is whether Charlo actually wants to prove he is the best, or if he is just trying to stay relevant in a sport that is moving forward fast. Spence sees this clearly, and his reaction was not angry or upset, it was almost amused. He dismissed Charlo's challenge as nothing more than a chase for money. For Spence, this is not about legacy or settling old scores, it is simply about the cash. With the biggest names in boxing unavailable, Charlo seems to be going after the next best payday.
Calling you out a while back, your old stablemate here in Texas, I saw you guys go at it many times. What'd you think about that?
I mean, Canelo gone, Terence gone, so, you know, who else is going to get a big payday from? So I think that's the only reason he called me out, because everybody know how to spar and win. His coach Jerry James know how to spar and win. Everybody who's in the gym know how to spar and win, so... Hey, man.
The deep sting in being called a money grab by another fighter. It suggests that the true desire to compete has been replaced by the need for a paycheck. Spence is painting Jermell Charlo not as a fierce champion defending his place, but as a businessman looking for a big payday. This strips away the tough image that Charlo likes to show the world. Spence's message is simple: this is not a fight that Charlo truly wants, it is one he needs to keep up his lifestyle. But Spence did not stop there. He also aimed his words at Charlo's pride. In boxing, the stories that come out of the gym carry a lot of weight. They shape a fighter's reputation long before they step into the ring for a real fight. Looking straight at the camera, Spence said that everyone knows how their sparring sessions went. It was a short statement, but it carried a heavy meaning, revealing who really had the upper hand when they trained together.
So I think that's the only reason he called me out, because everybody know how to spar and win. His coach Jerry James know how to spar and win. Everybody who's in the gym.
Spence made it very clear that during their private sparring sessions, he was the one in control against Jermell Charlo. For a proud and confident fighter like Charlo, this is a serious insult. It suggests that Charlo already knows where he stands because he has felt Spence's strength when no one else was watching. Spence is sending a powerful message that he won before and he will win again. This turns the potential fight from just an idea into a real challenge that only the two of them truly understand.
Who's been out of the ring for a long time as well, said that he wanted to fight Errol Spence, and Errol was asked about it while he was at one of these events that he'd been seen at recently, and he said, man, Jermell just looking for money. And Jermell knows full well what happened in the sparring between me and him. He don't want no smoke. He and his coach know what took place. He don't want any smoke. He just wants he just wants a payday. Well, Jermell Charlo for his part responded and said, ain't nothing happened in that sparring but some good work. And I like that out of Jermell Charlo, man, because I want to see this fight. I'm going to tell you, man, I want to see this fight. And I want to see this fight for several reasons. One reason I want to see the fight is because I've always wanted to see Jermell Charlo and Errol Spence Jr. fight. I've never been a fan of these guys that say that they can't. Well, I've never been a fan of the idea that people that fight in the same gym cannot fight each other. That boxing is not a team sport. It's not a team sport. You should be able to fight guys that are in your same stable. But that's just me looking outside as a fan, and I know friendships and all that stuff come to play. However, the fact of the matter is that there's been a very famous boxer. I do believe that it might have been Mike McCallum that said this to some fighter. It might have been even Mike McCallum might have said it to Marvelous Marvin Hagler. Like, hey man, if you're such a fan of mine, why didn't you fight me? Like, hey man, if you like me, we're cool.
To make his point even stronger, Spence brought up a name that adds real weight to his words: Derek James. James was their shared trainer, and he watched over those intense gym battles. He was the referee, the judge, and the quiet witness to every punch and exchange. Spence made it clear that James knows exactly what happened in those sessions. This brings a third person with direct knowledge into the conversation. With training teams now separated and the usual silence broken, the full truth could finally come out. If the man who trained both fighters confirms that Spence was dominant in the gym, it strengthens Spence's confidence. It also makes Charlo's current aggressive behavior look like an overreaction to the beatings he already took behind closed doors.
Jermell Charlo calls out Errol Spence Jr. I think it was on Instagram. He did the lion eating the shark.
Yeah, the AI video, pictures. I saw that.
What's your thoughts?
That's a great fight. I don't know why, but I'm also not in a position to ask why. They both great fighters. They both need to get back fight. It's like, hey, let's get it popping. They know each other. You know what I mean? It's a lot of shit in between that we don't know that they got going on. Sometimes, to me, if you ask me, that's the best way to handle things. You know what I'm saying? I love a good fight.
Who has the edge? They're both stablemates, former stablemates.
The edge is, there's no edge.
Go ahead, do your thing.
The best man got to pull up that night. There's no edge in that fight. Not right now. They both been out for a while.
Hey, Jay, I don't want to push back on, but both is coming off layoffs. But the last time we seen one,
yeah,
he took a beating, and the question I got is, what's left?
Yeah, I understand, but that's why I'm saying no edge, because we saw Jermell take a beating too. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it wasn't as worse, but he took a beating. And the thing is, they both been out for a while. So a fight like...
It would be easy to dismiss all of this as just online talk or hype, but there is real fire beneath the surface. Reports suggest that this is not just conversation, serious talks are happening for a possible fight in 2026. That timeline gives both fighters time to handle their current obligations while building excitement for what could become a huge domestic showdown. The fact that contracts are being discussed changes everything. It shows that the tension between them is not just personal, it is also profitable. The things that once stood in the way, like friendship, the same trainer, and busy schedules, seem to have disappeared. Now the question is not if the fight will happen, but when and where. For fans, this is a dream matchup, a grudge fight built on years of rivalry, inside knowledge, and old grudges that are finally ready to explode.
Because they know each other. That's what I'm trying to say. It's going to be little shit. If them two fight, it's going to be shit coming out that we ain't know either one of them could do to the other one. Because it's like, they already know.
There's no need to scout, no nothing like nah.
Let's get it popping. That's going to be a bull versus a bull. They going to get it in.
Do you think we get that fight, though?
It's possible, because it's a big fight. You got to be honest. It's a big fight for boxing, and it's a big fight for Texas. Why not? And Texas is a big place.
Where does that fight happen at?
In
you got
Texas.
One dude in Houston. You got one dude in Dallas.
Do it in the middle. What's the middle? Arlington or something?
Austin?
Austin, somewhere. There's a middle somewhere. Get it popping.
Austin, University of Texas.
Somewhere.
Stadium?
I know it's somewhere. It's a middle somewhere. It's always a middle.
Who wins?
I don't know, because I think more mental on Jermell's side and more physical on Errol's side. I don't know.
In the middle of all the noise surrounding Jermell Charlo, Errol Spence Jr. stays calm and keeps his eyes on the bigger picture. He is not getting pulled into just one story. While addressing Charlo, he is also looking ahead, studying the future of fighters like Frank Martin and thinking about possible matchups. Spence is considering how Martin might perform against tough opponents like Richardson Hitchens or Kehan Davis. This shows that his strategic thinking is just as strong outside the ring as it is inside.
Couple weeks, how excited?
Yeah, I'm excited, man. You know, you just staying active, staying busy. Hey, what's up, man?
Shake your hand, homeboy. How you doing, man?
Doing good, doing
Get my
good.
picture with you, nigga.
It's exciting. He's active, and he's fighting a decent opponent. It's pretty good. Westcott had trouble with him. What's the guy named that?
Did you hear Albright? Albright, his opponent? Is that who you're asking?
Yeah, Albright.
Yeah. He gave Keyshawn a tough fight.
Yeah, Keyshawn a tough fight, so it's a good system, Marco.
Both you and Frank were calling out Hitchens immediately after Frank's last performance. Hitchens is the co-main on that card. Could we see maybe if both get past?
I mean, Hitchens said he's gonna fight him next after the Duarte, so we'll see.
For Frank at 40. I mean, you mentioned Keyshawn. They've gone back and forth, Frank and Keyshawn, for years.
Yeah.
Is that a fight at 40 you want to see if Keyshawn stays at 40?
I mean, we'll see. We'll see.
It's a completely different side of Spence's mindset. He is thinking like a strategist running his team and looking at boxing as a business, not just a sport. He talks about technique, the importance of the jab, and controlling distance. This shows that he is still a student of the game and not getting caught up in drama. The contrast with Charlo's intense energy is clear. Spence stays in control, carefully planning his next moves while Charlo seems ready to act out of frustration. It is a fascinating standoff. On one side, you have Jermell Charlo, the champion, feeling disrespected and demanding a fight to prove his worth. On the other side, you have Errol Spence Jr., the calm strategist, confident that he already has the mental advantage because of battles fought years ago in a hot Texas gym.
Very southpaw. What are the differences you noticed with both southpaws?
Don't say this. Don't get mad. I ain't care. I'm a southpaw killer. Why? Because I'm getting better. Daily, yearly, weekly, monthly, I'm getting better. Different styles. Got a southpaw that moved all my life. Now I got a southpaw that stopped all my life. I mean, then what can I ask for in my career? Southpaw should be nothing. I think I knocked them all out, to be honest with you. Knocked every southpaw out. Thank you. See, they think, you know, I'm gonna tell you something. I'm glad we together right now.
Other southpaw.
No. We talking about during the fights. Look. Not every southpaw. Come on, they know what I'm talking about. Look,
No, they don't.
I got it.
You knocked out every song.
Now let's get nitty and gritty into the shit because we gotta go. This man never knocked me out in sparring. That's a fucking lie. All right. This motherfucker worked hard.
Man, who is that dude, man?
We gotta kick him out the gym.
I ain't never seen him before.
He shouldn't come back. He know he wrong. He shouldn't even come back.
Call me the weight bully and stuff, man.
Yeah, like all that crazy shit. But look, I'm cool with that. I'm cool with the lies because I have to agree with them already. But we really work hard, and I'm man enough to know that I can say that this is like my brother in boxing. Because I go to Dallas to train, not in Houston. And when I'm in Houston, I'm actually with my brother. When I'm in Dallas, I'm with my brother. So it's always a good feeling. And I'm going to continue to knock him out.
I am kind of weight bully, though.
Nah, nigga, I'm big, nigga. I have to
big, but you ain't that much bigger than me.
I knew last camp I had to get in shape.
The brotherhood is finished, the money is on the line, and the hidden truths of the gym are finally coming to light. If Spence's claims of dominance are true, is Jermell Charlo walking into a trap of his own making? Or has he been waiting for the cameras to finally prove that he was the real king of that gym all along? One thing is for sure, when these two finally meet, it will not just be a fight, it will be a brutal chance to rewrite history.
Hey man, Jermell Charlo and Errol Spence Jr. can both get a big payday off a fight that would be very, very interesting to take place at any weight class that it takes place at. So that number one, I wanted it because of that. Number two, the style. That fight almost cannot miss between Errol and Jermell. Both of those guys come to fight, man. Errol is much more active and a busier fighter than Jermell Charlo is, and Jermell is looking, he's got more of a boxer. He later on in his career became more of a puncher, but he's more of a boxer, likes to kind of stay out of the mix a little bit until he can catch you with something. Errol is putting them brands on you the entire time. So, man, that fight just really cannot miss from that standpoint. And quite honestly, the third is I want to see the PBC do well, man. It's like pretty much all we're getting right now is bad press out of for stuff related.
I want to know what you think. How do you feel about this potential matchup? Are you excited to see Errol Spence Jr. and Jermell Charlo face each other, and who do you believe will win? Share your thoughts in the comments below. That is all for today's update. If you enjoyed it, please like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you never miss our future videos.